the effort in. It is too easy. It's making people lazy, I think, as well, because it's like they just. I don't know if they have to inject it. Oh God, I couldn't inject it. They do. And then now I saw recently they're now creating a pill that you can just take, and I'm like, oh my God. Hi guys, welcome to ewecow. My name's Lauren. This is Barbara.
I'm Jordan. I'm going to pick a topic that we're going to talk about out of the teapot.
Barbara's going to have a little chat.
This is so boring. I'll tell you why it's boring.
So's your face.
I don't know what it is, it's right. I'll tell you why it's boring, because we always accidentally end up on topics like this. Well, we haven't spoken specifically about this before.
That's all we talk about.
Weight loss medication.
I thought it said meals. Okay, no, that's a good topic.
Go on then.
Do you agree with it? Get into it.
Oh, look, I think there's always a grey area with anything. And I think there are people, you know, there's a requirement sometimes. Now, coming from a metaphysical approach, I do think there's often reasons why we put weight on or we lose weight. That's a bigger topic, and it's probably off topic a little bit, even though we do often do that. So a lot of people say that people put on weight because of complex trauma or not wanting to be seen or not wanting to be seen in a sexual way, you know, like, or wanting to hide or protect. Layers of fat is protective, right? So if we're talking about somebody who is carrying weight and they, for whatever reason, have tried all the different things that you can try, right? The diets, the counselling, the exercise, and whatever they do, for whatever reason, isn't shifting, then I guess there's a valid reason why they'd want to take medication, right?
100%.
Because it's going to help them with their lifestyle. That being said, I don't know enough about the different types of weight loss medication. What I would say is that if it supports people in being more mobile and more conscious, and they're doing it through a professional, I'm not going to sit here and judge that.
When you say a professional, do you mean the GP? Because
maybe
we
not.
all,
like I'm a holistic person, so it's a bit of a tricky topic for me.
Because we've all learned about how some. We've all learned how some GPs. What was that massive drug that got people addicted and stuff? Oxy. You know how they were getting paid by the by the pharmaceutical companies, and then obviously pushing this drug out.
Was that a weight loss one?
No, it was a pain one. But that's what I mean. So I can never how do you ever really? No offense to GPs, I know a couple, but how do you ever? And I know most of them are ethical, but how do you ever trust them? It's the same with the COVID jab, how that was pushed onto us. That was just a money-making thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting segue, because that I regret personally, and I don't want to alienate anyone who's watching, because it is your personal view, opinion and choice, but I personally regret having that, because I think it had an adverse effect on my health, actually having the what is it, vaccine, whatever it was.
Pfizer.
And I think I don't even know if it was that one I had. I think I had two different ones. Anyway, point is, anytime medication is involved, I think it needs to be personal choice. And I think it's also, you want it to have a certain amount of studies to know that it's going to work. We do know that everything has side effects when it comes to medication. With weight loss medication, I don't know enough about it. I have read that it can strip away the good things that you have as well. Like if you're stripping away so much fat, I think what it is humans need fat within their body. Some people are taking weight loss medication when they are a healthy weight, a healthy side. And I think there's been a big conversations in Hollywood at the moment that a lot of people are taking, what is it, Ozempic?
Okay. I think, I don't know, it's like a quick fix to me, I think.
But don't you have to take it forever?
I don't know, I don't think so.
Someone...
Like a lot of people as well, if you're losing the weight, if you are actually, big, not just a little overweight, and you're losing the weight so quick, obviously you're then going to end up with the saggy skin and all the loose skin and all that. And all I've read online is, it's weird, it's like 50-50. You read stuff where people have had really bad side effects and regret it, and there's other people are like, oh, it's changed my life, I'm finally able to do things and I'm healthy, and it's changed their mindset on things. Because that's the thing, I always think anyone is capable of losing weight. It is actually very simple when you put it on paper. It's not like I've tried dieting. It's like, well, you obviously haven't, because if you had done it...
Well, that's why there's emotional relationships,
that's what I mean.
I think.
It's not like it's basically a mental thing.
Some people would say it's also a biology thing, a chemical thing. I don't know. I think having a different body shape is different to carrying weight. But with the weight loss medication, I think, when we're looking at the medical side of it, and that, someone's choosing to take that because they want to have a better quality of life or mobility, all of those things, versus, the kind of what seems to be a craze or trend within the world of celebrity, or even not just the world of celebrity, like generally people who wanting to strip weight are taking it. Now, I know one person that's taken it. She has tried, she's a very fit, healthy, active person, quite a stocky frame naturally, and she's on low dosages of it, but she needs to take, she has to have a very specific diet. Like there's certain foods she can't eat, otherwise this isn't going to work. Now there's a certain activity that she wants to do next year, and she has to have her weight down to a certain, thing for that. Very active, does sport, and then I think the doctor was seeing that she's actually maybe not have the best diet, but the diet's not terrible, right? So the doctor's like seen this whole period of time where she's doing exercise, her diet's okay, right? Mm-hmm. She's a generally positive person, got good social set up, and it's not shifting. So that's when they put her on this low dosage of, I think it's the same thing as Ozempic. I'm not sure whether that's the drug name or the brand name.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, but she has to be very strict with certain things. So she can have Coca-Cola and things like that, or other caffeinated drinks. So it's weird. It's like, but she has dropped dramatically. Obviously her body shape is still the same. She's still got a stockiness about, because that's her natural body shape. Yeah. But you can see how much weight she's lost, and it's helped her to lose. But she still has a goal. So I don't know, but she did say to me that she has to do it for the rest of her life. I don't know why she said that, whether she was being like...
Is it because when you come off it, would you not just put all the weight back on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because doesn't it suppress your appetite?
I think there's appetite suppression there, yeah, which is like the relationship with... Yeah, some people don't ever not feel... Like, I'm a bit hungry now because I haven't eaten I ate this morning and we're recording and I haven't eaten. So I can feel like my tummy being a bit rumbly, right? Some people don't have the feelings of filling up or being full. Some people don't have feelings of being hungry. So I think it's just like maybe the system or your relationship with food, or grabbing the wrong thing at the wrong time, cream cake, instead of going, I'm going to have something that's not refined or whatever. So I think it's a combination of things. I do worry of the impact of everything being a surface quick fix, but I guess that's just the way the world is progressing. Like, is it any different from someone going, they're going to go and get a bit of Botox? Is it any different from someone having their teeth whitened? Is it a superficial thing?
I think
is it
it's
a health
different
thing?
Because it's ongoing. It's like, it's not like, I've got a headache, I'm going to take some paracetamol to fix it. You're doing it every day. Like, and the big thing that a lot of people have moaned about is there was a shortage. I don't know if there still is.
Oh no.
And it was made for diabetics. So, and there was a shortage. So some people are like, you know, they'd go to the pharmacy and they didn't have
diabetic
the
type
drug.
2.
I think so. I know that
usually the people.
I know somebody that's a type 2 diabetic and they are on it. So I don't know, maybe it does one as well, I don't know. But yeah, so that a lot of people complain, like they couldn't, you know, especially when it first was going out and everyone was becoming obsessed with it. They were really, like a lot of people weren't able to get the medication they actually needed. Because that's how it first came about, it was a medication for diabetics.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is, isn't it? Like realising, if I, you know, again, without, like, it's the context and it's, what's the reason behind someone wanting to do it? Is it because they're doing it because it's easy and quick? And I think that's why there's been criticism with celebrities.
I think a lot of people do that. Yeah, especially like when you see celebrities as well, it's when you see ones that probably like maybe like me and you.
Yeah.
They look like me and you, so they're not overweight, but they're not obviously stick thin.
Just strong, like
just
people.
Normal. Yeah. And then they'll go on it and become like, you know, almost, ill looking. And you're just like, you didn't even need to be on that. Like, why would you? I'm just really funny with medication because you're not supposed to your body's not supposed to have it.
Yeah.
And I always think, what are the side effects? Like, I don't want to take medication.
Look at what the side effects of Ozempic are. Getting her to look on her phone again because she said it we've said side effects several times and I kind of want to know because I'm like, I think that's with want of a better term, it's the gamble. It's a decision you make every time. You know, obviously if people need it for health reasons.
Okay, so it's gastrointestinal side effects. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation, mild digestive symptoms which apparently improve over time. Serious risks, they can, much less common, but it can cause severe and potentially life-threatening side effects like pancreatitis.
I was going to say, does it affect your organs? Because
gallbladder, kidney issues, vision changes.
So that's all relating to organs, isn't it? Like if you're getting so skinny, and your organs, because if you're not hungry, it's an appetite suppressant. I don't know what it does. Like I'm assuming it suppresses appetite a bit, right?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel like you want to eat?
I've heard people that have been on it and they just didn't
think about
Gemma Collins said about it on...
Who's Gemma Collins?
Only Way is Essex, the GC.
Oh, is that the one you say I sound like?
You sound like them all.
I don't.
You sound like Adele. No, she is known for like going on all these diets and things. She's always struggled with her weight, and she was on I'm a Celebrity, and she said that she had been on it, and she said like she absolutely loves food, right? And she said it's like she went out like, you know, for a meal with her husband or a fiance, whatever it is, and it's the first time she's just like you know, like you get the bread rolls at the beginning and you get like, she gets so excited, like I would as well. I'm like, bread and butter, so nice. And she said it was like the weirdest thing, like she didn't want the food. She just didn't get excited about it. She didn't.
Do you think it's another like step towards being like humanoid? Like robotic, because obviously food is one of, because we don't just have food.
That people don't get excited by food. I'm like, how do they exist? I love food.
Like food is one of the things that makes us like enjoyment of food and the social element of food. And I know some people, we've spoken about food so much, like a different like relationship with food and potential like eating disorders and stuff like that. And it's different for everybody, but you know, generally humans do have that different relationship with food than other animals, right? It's less of a survival thing, more of an enjoyment thing or an association thing or celebration thing, right? So that would be really weird.
But for someone like her who's always struggled, it's probably like nice all of a sudden. Although it's also kind of sad because, like you said, because I love that.
But can she just like have one bite of something and feel like, oh,
she can eat it. She's just, I mean, it's just
she's just not excited about it.
Yeah, it's like, and I think you're just not as hungry. And I know like a few of the women on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills apparently were on it, and that you could tell because all of a sudden they weren't even overweight, but you know, they're on TV all the time, so if they do put on a bit of weight, I suppose they probably get a lot of horrible criticism and stuff.
I think that's what it is, isn't it? That's what we're talking about, really. The reason why someone who is a healthy weight may have a nice figure, maybe a bit underweight, maybe a bit skinny, why they would then still choose to take a weight loss drug is kind of like, does it get addictive? Not just like, not as in the drug, but does the association
weight,
get addictive?
You know when you lose a bit of weight, how you feel better and your
lighter,
clothes feel nicer, and like I can see why it becomes addictive. I'm like just someone that I don't know why, but I will not take medication if I don't have to take it.
Same.
I don't know why. I've just got this like, why would I want to put this crap in my body that I don't know what it's going to do to me? And everyone, you know, is different when they take stuff. Like they all have, some people aren't having side effects and then other people are having extreme, so you just don't know. And is it really worth the risk? I feel like just putting the effort in, it is too easy. It's making people lazy, I think, as well, because it's like they just, I don't know if they have to inject it. Oh God, I couldn't inject it. They do. And then now I saw recently they're now creating a pill that you can just take, and I'm like, oh my God.
I think it worries me for the sense of young people, because they're the ones that the coming of age type of young people, young girls that are affected by wanting to look like their filters, and you know, and feeling like, you know, when they're growing into their bodies and they're like, are they going to just go, oh, I can just take a pill in?
The problem is, at the end of the day, it's instead of just giving all these medication to people, we need to just educate people. Like, it's crazy, like, that supermarkets are allowed to even sell half the products. And I eat a lot of them, and they really shouldn't even be allowed to be on the shelves.
So you think it's from the food point?
Yeah, I don't think all this, like, crap should be allowed to be sold.
I think it's quantity as well. Like, yeah, some of it, like we've spoken about this before, like this food type product and the stuff that's on the shelf isn't something that's like nourishing people. Like, why are they not allowed to advertise cigarettes, but they're allowed to advertise and push in your face and have half price all the time on these products? Do you think that's what... I mean, they're just as bad for you as cigarettes and alcohol, so what's the difference? Why is it okay that we are allowed to give our kids and we're allowed to advertise and push in people's faces? Like, do you think that's leading to an increase of diabetes type 2? Which is like a lifestyle's diabetes,
And that's what I mean, and they're allowed, that's where, and then we wouldn't need to have these medications, you know?
But medication does, the side effects, like you're talking about medication, beginning of last year, mid last year, I had to have some antibiotics, and I don't take medication lightly either. I think I had some when I gave birth, and also like if I have to have some for a medical reason, and I had like a thing done on my gums, and I was like, I needed to have antibiotics, and it put me in a really difficult situation, but I had them. And I think we spoke about this because I said to you, I have been unwell, like my stomach was so unwell for that whole time I was taking them, but also afterwards, and I was just like, what have I done to my stomach? And I don't know whether I've said this before, but I really wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why I'm now affected by certain things. Like I haven't had gluten for like, as you know, like months. So yeah, I think medication does have a lot of side effects. I don't think we should be taking it lightly. I certainly don't think we should be taking it for superficial reasons, just because, and I think you're right, I think it's education, it's about celebrating us as individuals and what we're like naturally. I think things are personal choice. You're not going to ever take that away from humans. They have to be able to choose. But as you say, like how much of it is actual choice when we only have a certain amount of choice in the supermarket, or the cheap food is the crap food, you know? Or we've got the celebrities coming out on the red carpet now really skinny.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. Why have we gone back to the skinny phase? Like, it was all about being strong, and it's bloody back to being anorexia.
But even that has its like thing, isn't it? But I think what is really good is that films are coming out with more natural body shapes. I think there is more diversity within like a lot of the films that are coming out. But then you also have those
TikTok.
Shows. I'm not on TikTok.
Kids are watching TikTok and crap like that, and that's where
the filters can change, can't they, on TikTok? You can change your body on.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think the medication should be there for people that need it, like diabetics, and maybe, you know, it should be only able to be. Originally, it was you could only prescribe it, like, you know, like someone like me shouldn't be able to go in and be able to get it. It should be like.
Can you do that?
Someone. I think so, because one of my friends has said that she thinks a few of the girls where she lives are on it because they've all of a sudden like drastically dropped weight and stuff. And I think it is more accessible. And they're now talking about having it in a pill form that you can, you know, just bloody pop a pill. Like, it's becoming so much easier. And I think it should be, you need a prescription for it. You know, I need a prescription for certain drugs, like painkillers. I mean, for God's sake, you should need a prescription. You should have had to have done everything, like the counselling, find out why you've got this issue with food, and
I think the whole point, I agree with you, but the whole point,
have the medication.
But I agree with you 100%, but I think the point is that it's not just people who need it, right? As you say, that's one of the reasons why you think it needs to be through a prescription. But there are people, we know that if there's money to be made, and there's an average person who just decides they want to drop a dress size before they go on the beach, I don't know what the reason would be, or go to a wedding or something, and they get access to it, you know. But I think in the long run, it does damage your system and your organs, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely needs to be hard to get a hold of. It's like they wouldn't just be handing out.
Because I watched that Alone show. Simon watches it, you know, the Alone, where they go in different places and they have to survive on their own in the wilderness or whatever. And what the medics pull them out at a certain point. They go and have medical checks towards a certain amount of days of being out there and alone, because they have to catch their own food because of signs of starvation. So that's essentially what the drug is doing to a person that is of healthy weight, right? Surely. If they
it's just making it easier to starve yourself. Starving yourself is hard mentally. Like, when you're hungry, your brain's like telling you, I need food. It's not fun.
Oh, and this drug is saying, I don't even want that food.
I think so. People just don't feel the hunger. They're just not eating as much because they're not, you know, it's basically, it's crazy. I don't agree with it. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, it's, again, like, quite an interesting and serious topic as well. Like, I don't really, I think I'm grateful that I don't feel like it's something that would affect me personally.
I took something when I was younger. I don't know what it was. A friend of mine said, like, I'm always trying to lose weight.
Yeah, I don't know why, but we've spoken about
not
this
so
previously.
Much now. At the minute, I'm not flipping. I'm like the opposite. But I'm always like, my struggle is it's just like to eat healthy and whatever. I've got a massive struggle. So when I was younger, you know, you're dumb when you're young. And my friend had bought on the internet these weight loss, and she gave me one. I think she might have given me a couple. And I remember looking at it, and I was like, in my bedroom, I'm in an ahhing, do I take this? You know, and I was that desperate, and I hadn't got the education on the internet. You know, it wasn't easy to find out how, like, to lose weight. I didn't know about protein and what exercise and what I should be eating and stuff. So to me, like, to lose weight, you basically either starve yourself, or like I took this tablet. So I took it, and my heart went like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
What do you mean? Do you think it was the drug that made you do that?
Oh, I think it had
like metabolism, speed.
It speeded up your metabolism. I think there was like a shit amount of like caffeine or whatever in it. And I started getting these heart palpitations, and I was just like, what have I just done? Like, I was like, no one, like, I was just like jittery and stuff. It was horrible. So I think I chucked the rest of them. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, God.
I'm like, what is in this, and how stupid was I? But now I'm older, oh my God, there's no way. So I get why people do it. They just are desperate.
You were desperate.
And especially if doctors are prescribing it
and
to
saying it's
people.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? You're gonna, for doctors telling you you can have it, you're gonna just be like, oh, it can't be that bad for me. It must be all right for me. But it's dangerous, and I feel like for young people, you do stupid. You don't think things through, and you do stupid stuff. And I'm just glad I only took one because I don't know. Like, obviously, it affects my friend didn't notice those kind of side effects. So it obviously affects different people differently, and I just think. I mean, even I had like gels when you're running. There was one, I always took these ones, but they did one with extra caffeine. And I remember taking one, and my friends were just like laughing at me. They were like, you've just turned absolutely nuts. Like, I just couldn't stop talking. I'm like,
yeah, I'm quite, like, I don't drink coffee, do I? Like, I get very, like, affected by various things, but I just wanted to say thanks for sharing that. I don't know whether you just remembered it now or...
No, while we were talking about it, I was thinking about it, but I've never, like, obviously, I mean, I don't want my family knowing. I mean, if they know, they know, but it's not a big deal.
Now. They don't watch this. We've got like 9 people watching.
It's just me that... I'm not, like, embarrassed about it or ashamed.
No, and you shouldn't be. I think it's valid.
And I know I'm, like, millions of people have taken it.
But it's valid that you share that for that very reason, because it's like...
Don't be stupid and don't take drugs.
No, but it's like, we're not sitting here from a stance of... We're never sitting here from a stance of judgment. Like,
no.
We're different characters in some ways. Lauren does judge a bit more than me. You do. In the nicest of ways.
No, yeah.
If you watch the video.
In a caring way.
Yeah, in a caring way. But I think ultimately with the... Yeah, don't be a dick. Ultimately, with this topic, it's like... Having that story that you've shared, I think is really valuable, because there's that, as you say, I think the main thing is that sense of desperation, thinking that, and it goes across not just
only way.
Yeah, this is the only way, and it's gonna all be okay with a pill, right? And it doesn't matter what situation that's in, but it doesn't work.
And I think as well, people assume when you're not massively overweight that you've never struggled with the way you feel about it, the way you look, or food and things. And like, you know, if I had ever said to somebody, oh no, I'm eating healthy, like say someone offered me a biscuit and I said, no, I'm trying to be healthy, I'm trying to lose weight. Oh, you fucking hell, I just have learned not to tell people stuff like that
because people are just like, you don't need to.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my God, but they just assume you've got to be massively overweight.
So this mindset is really, again, really useful for you to share, because we're saying, oh, the weight loss meds, you know, maybe it's okay for somebody who is overweight and does need that support, who is potentially like, or is diabetic, type 2 diabetic, whatever. But then there's obviously people like yourself that are a healthy weight, a nice figure, but still feel I'm not thin enough for whatever reason. And so they're going to like reach for that, aren't they?
I remember this was before I was educated and I have lost weight healthily and whatever. And it's just before I knew how to do it, basically, about tracking my food and all that. I remember my friends or whatever, it was just, you just didn't eat many calories. I remember it was days where I was only eating 500 calories a day, and I was just...
See, I don't even know what that means, because I don't count calories, right?
Well, now, if I was to eat healthy and lose like a healthy amount of weight, like a slow process, for me it's like about 1800. So I was eating 500 calories a day, and I was absolutely starving, starving.
It's not worth it.
And it was horrendous, and I just didn't know any different. And I remember at one point I was like looking online. There was these, and I looked at it and I thought, "What are you doing, Lauren?" Like this is ridiculous. I never starved myself. I could only last a few days. I'd be starving, and then I'd just probably snap, and I'd be like, "Oh, stop it." But they were pages called Thinspiration.
I've heard of those pages.
Yeah, and I found
That's
them,
so
and
horrendous.
but it was like, I'd have never ever wanted to look like the proper skinny man. I've never found that attractive. I just wanted to lose a bit of weight, but there was like people literally encouraging each other and saying, you know, because it's hard to starve yourself. It's not easy. And they were basically encouraging each other and like putting these posts up. And it's like, that's when I hear that was where I first heard that Kate Moss phrase where she said, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. And I'm like, I just think, like, you know, what a stupid comment to make, like, especially when you're in the...
And bless her, she'll never live that comment down, but we've got to remember that she was in a time where she was being paid a lot of money to look the way she did, and in an industry that was probably putting so much pressure on her.
Yeah.
Like, people, I hear people, like, diss her for saying that in the past, but it's like, she was young, and...
I just think she's never tasted nice food
She
before.
might not have tasted nice food. Right, big topic, serious topic. Thank you for sharing, Lauren.
I know, it's your turn next. Next topic you can share.
Oh, I've shared enough in my life. I've shared enough. But what are your thoughts on it? We kind of like some of these topics, we are quite serious, and we always, we are coming from a place of non-judgment and care, aren't we? We're never like saying this way or another.
And I always find it, if someone's a complete opposite and say to me, no, I think like Ozempic's really good, and they gave me their reasons, I'm always open to hear it.
You might not change your opinion about it, but you're still going to respect theirs. And I think that's where we kind of, you know, always come full circle with this is one of the reasons why we have these chats, because we've always had that as well. There's things that Lauren and I agree on and have the same stance on, and there's things that we don't like, but you know, it doesn't take away the fact that we respect each other's opinions.
If anyone watches this and it stops them, they're thinking about taking it and it stops them, then I've done my work.
Yeah, my job here is done. Right, okay, we'll speak to you soon, and yeah, thanks for joining us. Subscribe, comment, all that.
Bye. Bye. Little Bobby.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. I'm going to start learning how to do an Australian accent, I think. Do you know when I say Bovril's name? I always do this stupid English accent. You've got him wagging his tail now. I say, Bovril, you're going to be famous.